Derek Jeter waiting, makes the catch. A no-hitter for Dwight Gooden.
First of all, every year, does that kind of come up for you? Do you even remember it, or do you think about it, dwell on it? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Something will remind me, like something would come up, like every night that it falls on Mother's Day, which is ironic, and you think about it. And if you get closer, might be a fan, or somebody tweets something, or when my kids bring it up. And then sometimes I just like, wow, May 14th is right around the corner. Oh, and then I start reminiscing on that game. And not only that, just reminiscing on how I got to that point. It's very, interesting. And, being suspended the year before, and then early in that season, getting benched. And what that means is when a pitcher gets benched, you don't get in the game if you're up 10-0 or you're down 10-0. You're not getting in the game.
Right.
And at that time, I saw 4-3, and the Yankees trying to figure out, do they want to send me down to AAA or do they want to release me? And unfortunately, David Cohen got the aneurysm,
Right.
And that's how I get to the rotation, and everything goes from that point.
What do you remember about that day? Was it just an ordinary day at the ballpark for you going in, or did you feel like something special was going to happen?
You know what's amazing was I was actually supposed to fly home that day to go with my dad. My dad had been on dialysis for 15 years, and his health was deteriorating. And May 15th, he was going to have open heart surgery, and the doctors felt that if he don't have that surgery, he wouldn't make it a week. And if he did have the surgery because he wasn't that strong enough, he probably wouldn't make it. So I had my plane ticket to go home that day to actually pitch. And the morning I got up, I thought, you know what, Kira probably want me to pitch. And I remember my dad, teaching me at the park, all the drills, and talking to me as a man about taking care of responsibilities first, what's more important. And I said, you know what, I think he'll want me to pitch. And so I called Joe Torre, who was the manager at the time. I said, look, I'm coming in tonight, I'm going to pitch. He said, no, go home, be with your dad, take as much time you need. When you're ready to come back, you come back. I said, no, I'll see you tonight, I'll be there. He said, okay, but you got the right to go home. And then the next call, I had to call my mom, and I felt kind of guilty because she said, no, you should come home. Your dad's expecting you. The whole family's going to be there. We need support. Baseball is going to always be there. You got to be here for your father. And I actually ended up hanging up on my mom because I felt so bad that I wasn't coming. I said, Mom, I'm not coming. My mind is made. I have to pitch this game. I think Dad won't pitch. Not knowing what was going to come of it. And I remember after hanging the phone up with my mom, I'm like, Mom, I can't believe I hung the phone with my mom.
Yeah.
So when the game started, first couple of innings, whatever Joe Girardi, who was catching, and they put down, I was just going with whatever you call. And my mind was in and out of the game. Between innings, I was standing in the walkway between the dugout and the clubhouse, wondering about my dad. Is he going to be okay? Did I make the right decision? Again, sometimes tearing up. Not until the sixth inning is when I realized I had a no-hitter going. I was actually looking at the scoreboard to see who was coming up to bat for Seattle. You see no runs, no hits, no errors. Then the heart started beating a little faster. It kicks in, and I was able to put my dad's situation aside and just focus on pitching that game. And I remember about the seventh inning, I was mentally drained and physically drained. I was tired.
Yeah.
And ninth inning, I get into the game. I had about 130 some pitches going into the ninth inning. I walked two guys, and it was scored 2-0 in time. But I remember Mel Stottlemyre coming up to the mound and said, Doc, how are you doing? It doesn't matter, I'm not coming out. Because once you get that close, I got to go for it.
Yeah.
And the last pitch of that game to Paul Sorrento was a hanging curveball, basically sitting on the tee. I'm sure I was throwing that pitch 9 more times and he hit 9 home runs, but he popped it up. And it seemed like the ball was never coming down. And the ball's in the air, I'm thinking it was about Jeter and Boggs. I was hoping for Jeter to catch it because I know Boggs always said he didn't like pop-ups. Take it, Jeter, take it, but then the ball's in the air forever. When Jeter caught the ball, I can't tell you still today the adrenaline that went through my body, but what I can tell you is when my teammates were carrying me off the field, I was thinking about the year before, being suspended from baseball, not knowing if I ever get the opportunity to play again, being back in New York, being at Yankee Stadium with all the history at the ballpark, Mr. Steinberg gave me an opportunity. Is my dad gonna be okay? Did I make the right decision? Then the next day I flew home. I took one of the game balls to get to my dad. When I got to the hospital, I had the surgery. The doctor said that he did watch the game and he was scared up watching the game. And he ended up passing away. He never came home from the hospital. But the thing was, the last game he saw me pitch was that no-hitter. So it made it that much special.
Oh, man.
Always stuck with me. And even now, talking about it, I still get chills. 24 years later, I'm still getting goosebumps talking about it. But what a tremendous day, and there's definitely a higher power right there that was with me.
I'm getting goosebumps just hearing this story, man.
Oh,
wow, what an emotional day. So
yes.
you said you didn't notice that it was a no-hitter until the sixth inning?
Not to the sixth inning. I had no idea because I was so into like, man, I just want to know if my dad gonna be okay. And I'm facing, it's probably a good thing I didn't know because Seattle at that time had the best offense in baseball. And I remember the previous year watching the Yankees play Seattle in the playoffs. And I told Mr. Steinbrenner afterwards, after I saw the Yankees, I was actually rooting for Seattle to win for personal reasons because I knew the Mets were going to cut ties, but I want to go back to the Yankees. And Jack McDowell, I figured he's going to be a free agent. Maybe I can get that slot.
Right.
But it really helped if the Yankees get knocked out. So I was actually rooting against the Yankees in '95. But I couldn't tell Mr. Steinbrenner that until after I signed with the Yankees and made the picture.
So did your teammates ever play the no talk to you game in the dugout? You know, because you hear that's legendary that, you know, hey, you don't want to mess this up, so you don't say anything to the person. Was that going on like from the 6th inning on, or when did that happen?
Yes, they did the whole game count pretty much because they knew like what was at stake with my father's situation. So only Stoudemire and Steve Donahue, our assistant trainer, would just check on me if he didn't think he was okay. And a lot of times I would change my jersey because I sweat so much. Every 3 days I'd change my jersey, so the trainer would talk to me. But like the 6th and on, everybody kind of stayed away. And as a pitcher, you know what that is because you've been around long enough. You know why to stay away. And I know that I had no hitter. And my thing was, first of all, I wanted to just get a win because of Seattle, I had been struggling for so long. But then once you get to that point, and I've been close a couple of times with the Mets, I said, man, I got to go for it. But I didn't think it was going to really happen because of that lineup they had. I mean, you're talking Griffey, A-Rod, Edgar Martinez, Jay Bruner, Paul Sorrento. I mean, it was loaded. And the pitcher no hitter under those circumstances, and that lineup was amazing, man. Unbelievable.
Wow. And you said you can't put into words what that exhilaration was like. I mean, what an emotional day dealing with all that stuff you were talking about in your personal life and then on the field as well. Did you feel like you had your best stuff that day, or were you just getting through? Because I think you had 5 strikeouts and you had 6 walks.
Yeah, I had 6 walks. I definitely had my best stuff. I think I made pitches when I had to, in and out of jams, made some big pitches. I was changing speeds very well. Joe Girardi did a great job keeping me in sight with the game. Communicating with me throughout the game. He did great with that. And I definitely had better stuff that day, but I think that particular day I was able to make pitches when I needed to. Was the difference. And with that lineup, you couldn't give in. And 6 and on, I was pitching everybody like it was, 0-2, like the count was already 0-2, even though it wasn't, because you couldn't give in. And I mean, people look like, yeah, they see no hitters. Wow, you must say great stuff. I was like, not really. I just made pitches when I had to. Yeah. That was the difference. I remember my mom was telling me, son, I've never seen an eye like that before. I said, well, Mom, I never pitched a no hitter before. Okay. Yeah. She told me about missing the game missing my dad, not being there the night before. Yeah. And it felt great though, knowing that the doctors did say he did watch the game and he was on life support for a little bit before he passed. And I was talking to him a bit, not knowing if he heard me. But just the fact that before he passed, he got to see me pitch that no hitter. So it was like a gift to him. It was a going away gift.
Wow. Now you've had so many great moments in New York with the Mets, obviously, and then with the Yankees. What's that like to be a winner and to have such great milestone victories and accomplish so much in the Big Apple?
Amazing. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And the fans played it, and I'm not just saying this, but the fans played a huge part of that because it was no greater feeling pitching at Shea Stadium or at Yankee Stadium and know the crowd behind you. And especially early in my career at the Mets, every time I got 2 strikes on the batter, everybody's standing up, clapping, wanting to strike out. I actually worked to my advantage, and some days when I didn't have my best stuff, it gave me that extra energy to carry on that day. And then even the media, I never had any problem with the media. I knew as long as I was in front of my locker, and if I had a bad game, I knew it. And they were writing about the performance, not necessarily me, the person. And I understood that, and I had a great relationship with you guys as well. And it was nothing better than pitching great in New York because even when you go to restaurants, you go to a movie, whether it was the people that work there or just fans, everybody come up to you and talking. That's what it's all about. So, I embraced the fans there, and I think the fans embraced me. And even through my ups and downs, the fans were there. They never turned their back when they could have. They always supported me, and that means a big deal. Still today, it means a big deal. Yeah,
man. I can see it in your face right now, just reminiscing about those emotions and those feelings and what you went through. And yes, it's true. Ups or downs, New York fans are behind you, and that has to be a great feeling for you.
Oh, definitely. Because even when you go somewhere, especially through my downtime, people go somewhere and say, hey, Doc, we love you. That means a lot because you're dealing with a life now. It's not just about, Doc, we love you as a baseball player. We love you as a person. And that one means so much. And when I go places, and I always tell people that I was born in Tampa, but I was raised in New York. Today, and I love it.
Yeah, your thoughts on the Mets now? I mean, obviously we're not in the season now, but there were high hopes for that team. Pete Alonso coming off a monster year. Of course, they always have Jacob deGrom on the mound as the ace and that pitching staff. Your thoughts on this year's team, if and when we'll get back out there to have some sort of season?
I think it was in a great place. Unfortunately, Syndergaard went down, but having what's his name, Michael Wacha come in. Yeah, I think it was a good meal. He feels so good in spring. I went down to spring training a little bit and watched those guys. They look as a good mix. Canola's healthy, and I think Cespedes coming back. So they have a good mix. And I think the bullpen, Diaz having a year in his belt, coming back from me, lost a lot of weight. So these guys look good. And before all this stuff stopped us, I thought they had a good shot. Now, hopefully, everybody's going to work it out. And it looks like we may get baseball again in July. I think the Mets, if they're healthy, should be right there. Obviously, DeGrom's the guy. He's going to lead the way. And the other guys just have to pick it up a little bit. But I think they'll be fine. But I think health is a big reason, and new coach they have should do well.
All right, so you are also a Yankee. What are your predictions for them? What are your thoughts on them going into the season? Obviously, every year they're one of the contenders on paper, and they've gotten close in the last couple years. What are your thoughts on the Yankees entering this season?
I think the Yankees, obviously, it's a lot of pressure going to be on Garrett Cole because of the contract, unfortunately, but he earned that. I think for the Yankees, it's the same thing as some of the Mets, getting healthy, but pitching is their thing. You got to have pitching. No matter how much hitting you have, you're going to have pitching, you're not going to go for it, especially in the postseason. They look good now. I think their thing is, once they get to the postseason, being hot at the right time. So they definitely, on paper, has the best team. But a lot of times, the best team don't win in the playoffs. It's the team that gets the hottest. And I think somehow, Boone just got to get him over the hump. And I think having Garrett Cole come in now is definitely a big plus to knocking the rest of these guys healthy.
What were your thoughts on that sign-stealing scandal?
I think it's an unfair situation where obviously that's been part of baseball for a long time. It's just been doing it a little differently where in my time, it might be a first base coach or a third base coach kind of looking at steal signs or the guy on second base giving signs. Now with all the technology and all the cameras around, I feel it's taken to a whole nother level. I think the punishment was fair. A lot of people don't think it was, but I kind of blame the opposing catchers a little bit because if you hear all the banging going, you got to know something or whatever happened to changing signs every batter or every hitter, every inning, wasn't going on. So that shows unfortunately got caught, and hopefully we can pull that behind us and get back to a beautiful game that we all love.
Wow. Hey, Doc, thank you for your time, man. Continued great health. Look forward to talking to you soon and maybe seeing you out at Citi Field or Yankee Stadium this year.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me, buddy. I appreciate it.